Good morning. My name is Brian O'Hara, Brian-O'-Hara. I am the Minneapolis Police Chief. Shortly before 5 a.m. this morning, Minneapolis police were called to this intersection on a report of a shooting. Officers arrived and found 3 adult males at the small encampment behind me that were injured by gunfire. One adult male was lifeless, and officers performed CPR until all 3 of them were transported to the hospital. One of the 3 adult males has since passed away. The other 2 males remain in critical condition with life-threatening injuries. The information that we have at this time is around 4:30, quarter to 5 this morning, 3 other individuals approached at the encampment and a shooting occurred. One of the 3 victims had within their possession a small BB gun that looks similar to an actual pistol. We don't know what, if any, involvement that may have had with the altercation that occurred, and our investigators are actively searching for those 3 individuals. We're also asking folks from the public that may have information concerning what happened here to contact us or to contact our anonymous tip line. We have known for months that the community here has serious concerns with people in encampments, people sleeping outside. The one behind me emerged after a much larger encampment on Franklin Avenue here by the underpass was cleared out. And we know this remains a very frustrating issue for the individuals in this neighborhood, our residents, and it's just there's just a whole lot of crime that's associated with encampments. We know here in the 3rd precinct, about 13% of all crime in the 3rd precinct occurs within 500 feet of homeless encampments here. We know 19% of all gun violence, everything related to illegal guns and shootings, occurs within 500 feet of an encampment. And we know about 23% of all shooting victims this year have been within 500 feet of an encampment. So we know just that by that alone, and just the drug use and other things that are associated, it remains a very unsafe condition that we're working with our partners to try and address. That's the information I have at this time, and I'm open to any questions you have about it.
To clarify, the second 2 percentages you gave, 19, 23, that's also in relation to the 3rd precinct or all of them?
Just 3rd precinct,
Got it.
Yeah, which is the area where we have the greatest number of encampments in the city.
You said this one was established after the Franklin
Correct.
Avenue closure. How do you know that?
We know that from the police involvement with the residents here. We know 3 victims in this case are known to us, and so just to be clear about that, I know these are folks that are at risk. So they're people that are either have been involved in crime, have been witnesses to crime, have been victims in the past. So we know these individuals that were injured and the one who was killed.
Do you believe they were targeted?
I don't have information specific to that. I don't have that at this time. It's still obviously very preliminary. So we're looking into that.
Any idea? So the 3 victims, they were staying in the encampment?
Yes.
How large was this encampment?
This is a small encampment. Can't give you a precise number, but this is a small encampment, and it popped up again after the much larger one on Franklin Avenue was cleared, which has happened. They have gone to different places since then.
Was the perpetrator also staying in the encampment?
I don't have information on that yet.
There were suggestions that there was automatic gunfire as well. Do investigators have any leads on if there was automatic gunfire and the switch was called?
I don't know. Do we have a shot spotter notification, please? Do you have that? Sure.
There was a report.
911 report. So there is a 911 caller did report the sound of automatic gunfire, yes, but didn't see anything. Okay. And it was also reported that there may have been a second shooter, possibly, by 911. Police officers also applied a tourniquet to at least one of the individuals, as well as providing CPR.
No arrests at this point?
No arrest at this time, no. So again, that's why we're asking anyone with information related to this if they could please contact us or contact the tip line.
How old were the victims?
I don't have their exact ages. They are adult males. One deceased, and again, the other two in critical condition with life-threatening injury.
What would you say to residents, people in the area?
The residents in the area have been very frustrated. This is an ongoing issue with encampments and just all of the activity that's associated with it. As soon as one encampment is cleared, another one pops up somewhere else, and crime in the area immediately raises. So obviously it's a really just frustrating and ongoing problem for the residents that live here. And it just goes to show there's issues whether they're large or small. There's safety issues, and they're not humane places for people to be.
I think on the counter, people will say encampments provide community for the people who are in them, and that they have a safety and being with each other. I guess. Do you have thoughts on how people could be staying safe?
It would be great if those people could be together in community, somewhere that actually is safe, inside, and not out here where just the reality is there is so much crime and violence that concentrates around these places.
Do you find the crime that occurs in these encampments are contained within them, and so they just take it wherever they go, or when they move to a new spot, there's some outside influence that?
So there is something just simply about these encampments that causes the crime around it. That's just what the data shows. Within 500 feet of the encampments, crime increases significantly whenever we have one, and then once they're gone, they decrease significantly. So clearly it is something about these encampments that causes the change in the neighborhood. There's a whole lot of, unfortunately, there's a whole lot of overdoses of fentanyl, drug use. That's associated with this. That also brings, tragedy in these cases.
Okay. I know you had a 10
Anything else?
o'clock
Yep.
briefing, so
I just
anything,
had one
anything else
more.
quick? Okay.
If anyone else had no others, you mentioned that a good place for them to stay would be a viable solution, it sounds like.
Yeah.
What kind of supports would you or would the community need to try to make that happen?
Yeah. So the police department is not the lead on that part of this. The regulatory services department from the city is. So I would leave it up to them to describe specifically, shelters and places and small homes and other things that are currently available and what needs to be in the future. I just know that this isn't the answer for people to be safe and kept alive.
Okay. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.